back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Soccer, joined by head coach Greg Henson. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Thanks, great to be here.
Congratulations. Got to be exciting for your team. GLIAC Tournament Champions, and got a huge win over Saginaw Valley in the semis, and then a big win over Grand Valley State here in the championship match on Sunday.
Yeah, it was a tough weekend, and we knew it was going to be going in, and weather conditions was very adverse as well, and had to deal with that and played in some not friendly weather, if you will, against two great opponents, and really thrilled to come out of it with 2 wins, 2 shutouts, and a trophy. So that also comes with an automatic bid to the national tournament. So that was our main priority going into this season. One of our top goals was to win the conference tournament. We wanted to compete and try to win the regular season as well, but the tournament's much more valuable than the regular season because it brings that automatic bid with it as well. So we're very happy with where we are with the result yesterday, and now today it's back to work, and we'll get ready for postseason.
Obviously, we're recording this here early in the week, postseason selection show, and you'll find out where you're going to play and against who, but certainly excited just to be back at the postseason, second time ever here for Ferris State Soccer.
Yeah, it's something that our players have worked really hard for, I told them after the game, going back to August, going back the last few years, we put so much work in to get ourselves in this spot and enjoy the moment. We knew we could go to get a good night's sleep, not worrying about crazy math and all the other things that go into the selection criteria and that stuff. We know we have the AQ, and we're in. And now it's just a matter of where we play, whether we host, whether we're on the road. I think we're locked into the 2 or 3 seed and probably locked into kind of 1 or 2 options for our opponent. And we'll wait for them to tell us, and then we'll get to work and go back again. So whatever happens, we're just happy to be there, and now we got more work to do.
You're in the semifinals against Saginaw Valley State on Friday night after a 5-0 quarterfinal win over Davenport early last week. Playing in some rough weather, but I heard a great quote from you. This is why you work so hard to play in weather like this.
Yeah, I mean it's something we talk about all the time as a team, and we remind the players, when it's cold, it's nasty out. That's what we play for. We play for the right to play in bad weather, and our kids really, they relish the opportunity. And this field in this game against Saginaw, it got worse and worse. And I think at the end of the game, when I went back and watched the video, and even a post game I did with Harrison after the game, I didn't realize until watching it how bad it was. And I said it after the game, and I'll say it again. Hats off to all the players, on both of these teams for their grit and determination. Because it was actually a good soccer game. It doesn't always turn out that way in these type of conditions. So, I thought both teams played really well.
Obviously, one of those games where it's scoreless for so long, kind of like the first matchup you had against them. A very even type of game. You had the advantage in shots and some opportunities though to take the lead.
Yeah, 2 good defensive teams that are hard to break down, and they got a great goalkeeper. Here's Lindsay Cole with the game winner. We were finally able to unlock her, after whatever it was that she held us scoreless 190 minutes or something of that nature. And I think the key there for wins, and if we see them again in the postseason, it's going to be we got to shoot low. We challenged her up high, and she's a very athletic, tall goalkeeper that made some really key saves for them in that game. But we're happy to see Lindsay get that goal and then put us through the final.
1-0 win right there, goal in the 83rd minute. You come right back on Sunday, GLIAC Tournament Championship match. I know your players really wanted another shot at Grand Valley State after 2 ties here earlier this year.
Yeah, like I said earlier, this is what we've been playing for, was the opportunity to get into that game. The players were definitely excited for the opportunity. A little bit better weather conditions on Sunday. I don't know if you believe me by looking at the screen here, but they were able to get their grounds crew did a great job getting the field playable, and it was a unique surface because they couldn't get it all shoveled, so there were certain parts of the field that were snow covered and some that weren't, and it actually warmed up a little bit. The sun peaked out. It was a crazy day for us. So great service in the box there after a little bit of combination between Isabel Zamborini and Lindsay Cole. Great service into the box. Their goalkeeper probably wishes she would have done a little better in that situation. The ball follows up Jesse Bandick, and she bangs it home for what will turn out to be the game winner. So, great play for us, great sequence for us. And in the second half, it's about working hard defensively as a team, staying connected, seeing out the win. It's something that we couldn't do in the previous 2 meetings. So very, very happy with our group for the performance on Sunday.
You see the highlights here of the postgame celebration. I know your kid's excited to beat Grand Valley State to win the GLIAC Tournament Championship. First team ever outside of GVSU to win the tournament championship.
Yeah, and it says a lot about our program and where we're at right now. And competing with Grand Valley, and they're a great program. Obviously, the history shows that. But we've been knocking on that door, all season long, and had a couple bumps in the road along the way, and a couple results that we'd like to have back. But our players showed the grit and the ability to overcome adversity, and put ourselves in a great position that we're in right now, heading into the Nationals. And I think we can lean on not only the triumphs of this weekend, but also some of the heartbreak we faced earlier in the year. To really give ourselves a good edge heading into these national tournament games. I
know you still got a postseason ahead of you, and you'll look back on this later, but how much does this mean, especially to those seniors that have put in so much time and effort?
Well, I walked around to all 4 of the super seniors during the postgame celebration and just asked them, "You're glad you came back?" And the grins on their face, said it all. And we had a bunch of alumni there that had come out to watch and support, which was great to see. Players from other sports that came out, especially the football team, had a good showing in support of us yesterday at the field, and just all the way around. It means a lot for this program, for the history of this program, for where we've been and what's been built here, even prior to my time coming in, and then what we've done in the last 3 years to get ourselves in this situation where we're hosting hardware. We're not waiting for at-large bids this time around. We know we're in. We've earned our way in, and we've done everything we can do to this point to put ourselves in a position to continue to move forward in the postseason.
I know you enjoyed that yesterday, but now right back to work as you get ready for postseason play and a competitive regional here, regardless of who the opponent is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, whatever 8 teams make it, they're all good. So there's not going to be an easy game coming up for us, and we know it's going to be a challenge. So back to work today. We'll get out on the field and do a little bit of a recovery session today, and try to get the players' legs back underneath them, and then get together to watch the selection show and see how that unfolds. And then tomorrow, obviously, we'll know our opponent. We'll be able to get in for a scout and a practice session, and then Wednesday we're probably either on the road or we're preparing to host. So we'll figure out which one of those it ends up being, and in any which way it goes, we'll be ready to go.
I know an opportunity to refocus your goals now as you enter the postseason, and certainly looking forward to what hopefully is a great run here through the postseason play.
Yeah, I mean it's the cliches I always throw at you. We always talk about one game at a time, and it's really what it is right now. And so we got to refocus our goals. Obviously getting into the national tournament, but it's literally, every game's a championship game, and every game gets us to the next round. And so it's survive and advance, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, Coach, best of luck, and thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Reminder, you can follow all the action online, FerrisStateBulldogs.com. Have a great week.